How do we understand this complex thing called Atma, which seems to have no parallels in the world that we live in? You are the consciousness that has created this whole universe. All the multiplicity that we experience is only an illusion. For interesting insights on temples, philosophy and literature, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for reminders. Hello and Namaste. What is Atma Jnanam or self-knowledge? We see various descriptions of Atma throughout the Gita. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Krishna says in the second chapter, Atma is neither born nor does it die. It will neither come into existence nor will it disappear. It is birthless, deathless, decayless and growthless. It is unaffected by whatever happens to the body. He also says, Atma is God. It is actionless. It is beyond punyam and papam. Atma cannot kill and cannot be killed. Frankly, it sounds very confusing and hard to visualize. But both Gita and Upanishads reiterate that Atma Jnanam is the only means of liberation. All other disciplines like Karma Yoga, Dhyanam, Bhakti, etc. are meant to prepare our mind for this knowledge. They cannot give us moksha. Jnanadeva Kaivalyam, our Upanishads proclaim. Knowledge alone liberates. How do we understand this complex thing called Atma, which seems to have no parallels in the world that we live in? One of the best analogies that is often used to understand the Atma is a dream. Let us say you are dreaming. You have created the entire dream world in your mind. There are things and people in your dream. There is also a version of you in your dream. While you are dreaming, you think that the dream you is the real you. You identify with your dream body. You have friends and enemies. You have problems. You are limited. You have no control over what happens to you. However, that is not the real you. You are actually sleeping comfortably. It is you who has created this entire dream universe. Everything and every being in your dream is you. It is your consciousness that is the cause of this dream world. This consciousness is called Atma. This consciousness is called Brahman. They are not two different things. They are one and the same. So knowing Atma is knowing Brahman. That is why this world is called Maya or illusion. We are all living in a dream. The reclining Ranganatha, sleeping and dreaming up the creation, is a symbolic representation of this Vedantic philosophy. That is why we say he is in Yoga Nidra, the divine sleep. When he wakes up, the universe will cease to exist. Just like when we wake up, our dream world disappears. According to Vedanta, the universe is not created by a big bang. It is dreamt up by the cosmic consciousness. This consciousness is the only thing that exists. Everything else is an illusion. This consciousness is called either Brahman or Atma depending on the standpoint. In the dream analogy, there are two versions of you. There is you who is sleeping peacefully in your bed and dreaming. Then there is one version of you that you have created in your dream. When you are talking from the point of view of the dreamer, this consciousness is called Brahman. What about the version of you that you have created in your dream? This is the you who is confused about his identity. This is the person who believes he is this body and mind which his own dream has projected. He thinks he is a limited entity in the vast universe. There are so many things and beings outside of him who are different from him. In this world, with this body and mind, he is powerless. He's subject to the vagaries of the world. He doesn't know what will happen to him in the next minute. His life is uncertain and full of ups and downs. It is this confused person in the dream that the Gita and Upanishads are addressing. They are telling him, you are mistaken. You are not this body and mind. You are the consciousness that has created this whole universe. You are not a puny part of this world. In fact, this world exists in you. There is nothing in this world that can exist outside of you. This consciousness is Atma, your soul. This consciousness is Brahman, the cause of the universe. This is what all the Mahavakyams of Vedas are trying to convey. Prajnanam Brahma, consciousness is Brahman. Ayam Atma Brahma, this Atma is Brahman. Tattvamasi, you are that Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. To understand this identity, we need to clearly understand the dream world. Every object in the dream world is created by you. Everything exists in the dream universe because of you. So you are all pervasive. You pervade and sustain everything in your dream. What about the people in your dream? Every person in your dream has their own individual experiences. They identify with their own body and experience the world different from each other. How does this happen in your dream? Did you divide your consciousness and distribute it to individual beings in your dream? Take a minute to think about it. No, you have not divided your consciousness. You are one undivided consciousness experiencing the dream world through every person in your dream. Although people in the dream world may think of themselves as separate entities with distinct consciousness, there is no such distinction for the dreamer. There is only one consciousness which is being expressed in every being in the dream world. What does this mean? We tend to think that every individual has an Atma. There are as many Atmas as there are beings in the world, and all of them are part of Brahman. This is wrong. There are no divisions. There is only one consciousness which is called Atma in individuals and Brahman from the point of view of the cosmos. That is why this philosophy is called Advaitam. It means there is no duality. There is only one thing. There is only one thing, and that is Brahman. All the multiplicity that we experience is only an illusion. Just like there is only one you creating a complex and colorful world in your mind. Shankaracharya expresses this sentiment in this exquisite poem Nirvana Shatakam. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam nacha sangatvam naiva muktirna meyah chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. I am all pervasive. I am without any attributes and without any form. I have neither attachment to the world nor to liberation. I have no wishes for anything because I am everything, everywhere, every time, always in equilibrium. I am the ever pure blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. If you like this post, please share it with your friends. Until next time, Namaste.